G'day, this is Samuel from Think Big Online, and today I want to speak with you about maximising your return on investment. Now, before we can maximise our return on investment, we need to be able to track where our investment's going and the return that it's providing. And so I'm going to run you through a few great tools that we use to track where our investment's going and the return that we're getting back. So if you've been to our website, you'll notice that we have a 1300 number up there, and this is for a couple of reasons. First, it makes us look like a bigger national company than just having a state-specific number. You know, we're in Sydney, so if we had a 02 then we would narrow our market to a degree, because people from Melbourne or Brisbane or wherever might not want to engage with us because they see us as being only in New South Wales, when actually we service the whole country. Now, the more important reason is that with the 1300 number we can track every single phone call that comes in and record it. I'll get a little bit into so actually the phone company that we use is FYI Telco. Very good service. We're not affiliated with them in any way. We don't get any sort of referral for mentioning them, but they have really good service and it's really cheap. To get started with the 1300 number is about $5 a month, and then it goes upwards depending on which plan you want to be on. But so check them out if you want to get a 1300 number or a 1800 number. And the benefit is that we can track every phone call that comes in. You can see the phone number, the length of the call, and how many times they called. Some people might call back a number of times, you know, if they're a more qualified lead or if they had more questions, or basically you can see the level of engagement with that particular phone number that's calling in. Our next thing on the list is Google Analytics. Now, most people have heard of Google Analytics. It's a free tool. You just put a little bit of code on your website and then you can see how many people have come through to your website. Now, we don't care so much about how many people visit our website. It's good to know that, and it's good to know where they come from. However, the more important metric is how many actual leads you get come through the website. Because if you have 10 million people visit your website and no one calls or emails or buys something from you, then there's no point, you know, knowing that you've had that many people to your website. It doesn't provide any value to you, and you can't. Well, you're virtually not tracking your return on investment. It's not a tool that you can track return on investment, being the number of visitors that you get to your website. So what we want to do is go into a Google Analytics and we want to set up some goals. Now, what goals are basically is you can set up a target page, and once someone reaches that target page, it triggers a goal. And if we've got our tracking set up correctly, we can see where that person came from that triggered that goal. So maybe they came from a social media campaign, maybe they came from an AdWords campaign, maybe they just came off the search engines through organic listings. And this is very important to know, because if you're running simultaneous campaigns, say for example you might be running a Facebook paid advertising campaign, you might be running a Yahoo paid advertising campaign, you might be running a Google AdWords advertising campaign. And so you want to know where you're getting leads from for the money that you're investing into each one of those mediums. The other thing you want to know is which services they're interested in. Obviously, if you're targeting things like Google AdWords, you're going to be choosing the keywords to drive traffic to the website. So if you've got a number of services, you might be targeting the keywords to specific services. And so as you can see here, we've got a number of goals set up for each one of our forms. So we've got a social media marketing form, we've got an email marketing form, online marketing form, pay-per-click, and so on. Now, if you're sending the traffic to the website, you might be investing, let's say for example, $500 per month in your social media marketing campaign. You might be investing $500 per month in your email marketing, and so on and so on. If you're investing the same amount of money into each one, and at the end of the month you can see that you got 20 social media contacts, you got 5 email marketing contacts, you got 1 online marketing form contact, and 10 pay-per-click contacts, you now know which one is providing more leads for your money. And you need to take it one step further than that in tracking which leads actually convert to sales. Because initially, an unexperienced person might look at it and say, well, we're getting a lot more from social media, let's keep doing that. But if none of your social media leads turned into purchases, but you only had one contact from your online marketing form, and that one person turned into a lead, it's actually better to be focusing on your online marketing keywords or your online marketing campaign, because you've actually acquired a client. Now, I'm not going to go into the technicality and showing you exactly how to set up your goals and your forms in this video. I will have a video somewhere on our YouTube channel that will show you this, but for now we just want to focus on the bigger picture, on tracking the leads and being able to measure your return on investment. So as I said, it's not about the traffic that you get, it's not just about the leads that you get. Yes, it's very important to track both of those, but the main thing you want to track is what ends up with sales. And so we use a CRM called Zoho, and a CRM is a customer relationship management tool where you can track all of your leads and all of your sales. So it's kind of the next part to our process after our Google Analytics and setting up our goals. We want to have somewhere where we can manage all the leads that come through and track them and see who actually turns into a purchaser and who doesn't. Just on this, we've looked at probably 25, 30 CRMs in our time and spent probably a couple hundred hours going through them all to get them to find the one that does what we want. Zoho is amazingly affordable. It's really cheap. It's like $20 or $30 a month, and it does everything that we want. It's very flexible, it's very easy to use. You can use it on your iPad, your iPhone. It's just an amazing piece of software. So everyone should be tracking their leads, if you're selling products or services, even just for tracking your day-to-day contacts, through your networking, social groups. It's a very powerful tool to make sure that you're staying in contact with the people that you need to on a regular basis. And as I said, it also helps you track all your sales and leads. So let's jump in and have a look. So this is just on our leads screen here. Basically, if we just go to add a lead, you can customize all these fields to whatever you want. This is the way that we've got ours set up. You can add in the person's name and you can have a lead source. And so where we were tracking with our Google Analytics with the goals, we can track the lead source. And so, if they came from Facebook, if they came from Google AdWords, if they came from the search engines, if they came from YouTube, we're going to know when they come through our form where they came from. If they call us up, we can ask them where they came from and put them into the CRM. Or if you want to put in a little bit more effort and get a bit more technical, you can run different websites that look the same for different campaigns, and then you'll know. So you could have a different phone number with a different domain to track your AdWords. You could have a different one to track your Facebook, and so on. Now, as you can see, this is the lead page, and then we've got opportunities. And so if a lead came through and we gave them a call, or they called us and we spoke for a little while and we decided that they were qualified in doing business with us, we might create an opportunity. You would put a value on the opportunity as to what you were quoting them or what products or services they are interested in. And then at the end of the month or the week or the quarter, you can pull a report and see how many leads came through from which source, which lead types are converting better, which services or products you're selling more of, and then you can contrast it back to the start where you're investing in your marketing. So if you're investing $1,000 per month in your AdWords, you can see how that return on investment fares against your social media advertising. And this is why it's so important to be able to track exactly where your leads come from, what products and services they're interested in, and what people actually end up purchasing. So many businesses don't do this. It's such a simple process to put in place, and once you do it, you're virtually buying clients. If you know that for every $500 you invest, you get so many clients that equal $5,000 in business, how many $500 would you spend? It's really that simple. Once you can break it down and you have the metrics on where your traffic's coming from, where your leads are coming from, which leads convert better, and which products convert better and which are most profitable, it's really simple. Then you can just go and get more of that traffic and increase your business, and you know you're going to make a profit. Where so many people get it wrong is they don't track any of this, and they just sort of lick their finger and stick it in the air and just guess, and they just hope, and they 90% of the time that we see that people do this, they get it totally wrong. They say, oh well, we believe that this is working better. We believe that we're selling more products from our website because of this, but they don't actually know. And there's a certain confidence that comes with knowing exactly how much you're paying per lead and exactly how much you're paying per sale to be able to go out there and create massive wealth. Now, before I wrap up, there's just one more thing I wanted to say about this CRM. A lot of other CRMs do this as well, but this is just another fantastic feature of Zoho, is you can actually create web forms that go on your site, and if someone fills in the contact form on your website, it will automatically pull the data into Zoho for you. And so you can set up rules and parameters, and then you'll know exactly where the lead came from, and you'll already have all their data in there, so you don't need to double handle it. You don't need to take it from an email inquiry and then come into Zoho and then manually import it all. You can just set up the web form on your site, and then it will automatically import into here, which is a fantastic functionality and saves you a heck of a lot of time. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation on tracking your return on investment. And as you can see, once you are tracking it, it's very easy to be able to maximize your return on investment, because you know where to spend your money on the profitable campaigns, and you know where to cut back or to stop the things that are actually losing you money. Because all marketing is just investing. I want you to think about it as investing, not spending money. So many people come to us, or we hear students say, oh, I don't want to spend the money on this, I don't want to spend the money on that. It's not spending money at all. If you're spending money, spending virtually means you're throwing it away. You're putting money out there but getting something back that isn't of as equal or greater value. You wouldn't spend money on the share market. When you look at trading in the share market, you're looking at investing money to get a higher return on investment. And I want you to think about that with your marketing as well. Every dollar that you put into your marketing is an investment, and you need to track that investment to see whether you're getting a positive or a negative return on it. If you're getting a negative return on it, then you know, okay, this isn't working, we need to change, we need to do something differently, we need to reposition our offer, whatever it is, but you know that you're losing money on it, so you know you need to make the change. If you're making a profit on a particular marketing activity, then you know if you want to increase your business, all you need to do is do more of that particular activity to make more money. It's really that simple. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great day.